Earlier today, a friend of mine asked me if I'm religious, and that kind of sparked a conversation in my mind about my beliefs that I wanted to talk about a little bit. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. My beliefs are more and more solid that we are all tiny, shiny specks of the same amazing thing. Some people might call that God. I call it the universe, which just means like everything I can conceive of conceiving. Everything known and yet unknown. The whole kit and caboodle, as this saying goes. But however, whatever beliefs that you have, I find that many of the beliefs that religions hold dear. Now, I want to pause and say, beliefs different from those little rituals, which sometimes people get caught up in the belief that the ritual is super important, and I kind of have my hesitations about going all along with that line of thinking. But the core beliefs, which generally have to do with being a good person, maybe praying regularly or focusing regularly on realigning with the greater good, with your true self, giving back to your community, taking care of your body, your temple, all those that tend to run through pretty much all the religions that I've investigated to some extent or another. Now again, how they play out comes through differently, and that was really my bottom line response to my friend who asked me if I'm religious, which was, if you put me in charge of a lot of people and told me to get them to survive well, be as healthy as possible, and give me enough money to support me and my I was going to say congregation, but that's not the right word, but support me and my family, then I would probably start a religion, and I would base it on those common truths. And I pause there again to say I'm working on a book called 47 Truths, and really the main point of that is that truth, there's just really one truth, which is the here and now, and all the words that we use to point towards it, to explain it, to look back at the past ones and imagine the future ones. The words aren't the truth. They point at the truth, which is the present, the here and now. And I think the reason we have so many words is because words don't quite do the job. The truth, the actualization of being, the beingness of actualization. It's just playing with words there. But my point is that I do very much believe that we're all interconnected, that we're all part of one greater thing. Much like the cells in my body are part of me, I believe all of us on this earth are part of the earth, and this earth is part of a solar system, and the solar system is part of a galaxy. The galaxy is part of the universe. So again, we are tiny, shiny specks among that, participating in that evolutionary process. So I think it's amazing to be a human being right now, where we have the capacity to perceive ourselves. I think this is relatively new in the evolution of things as far as I can perceive it. And of course, my perception is super limited, all going on in this dark box in here with just some little peeper holes to let some light in. So it's pretty amazing all that we can perceive just with this little apparatus, and it's pretty phenomenal to be a human being with an imagination and the ability now to interconnect with fellow human beings via the internet, via, I think television and radio, books, writing, all of that, words, all of that is what started this ongoing evolution of communication, really. And that is, I guess, brings me full circle to what I really think my spiritual beliefs are it's about collecting data, sifting it, filtering it through our individual perception, and then communicating that to others, both receiving data communicated and transmitting data in an understandable way. I think that's what it's all about for me, learning to communicate, learning to understand what's being communicated to me, both from other human beings, from my body, from the universe, from the earth, from other creatures, from my kitty cat, from my son, from my mom, in those particular more significant relationships, or at least those that seem like they have the potential to be that. In all of that, what it all boils down to for me, and even in business, all of it boils down to communication, effectively communicating my position, what I have to offer and what I need, and responding in accord to what is communicated to me about what things outside of what I consider me, although still connected to the broader scope of me, learning to perceive, to listen to, and respond to the needs and the expressions of others. I had a really neat feeling when I left my home just now, because I have a guest who I met through Airbnb who's staying a little extra time than was originally intended, and we've become friends, and I've asked her to help watch my cat for me, and I realized as I was leaving that I really feel at one with her. Now, of course, surprises could happen. We could, and probably will at times, feel less connected. However, it's such a great feeling to know that we're all connected, and to start really getting to know other humans, other beings in their individual perspectives, and being able to trust that they're on my side, I guess, that we're all on the same side, that we're all in this, as my new friend and I discussed, that we're peace warriors, among other things. But I think I'm meeting a growing number of people in this growing community that I'm kind of getting connected to through the internet, who would agree with the phrase peace warrior, who consider themselves something close to what I would describe when I use the term peace warrior. And on that note, please let me know in the comments if you are a peace warrior or some facsimile thereof. What do you call yourself? Are you out there on the side of peace? Are you on team positivity? I'd love to know. And if not, why? Is there a good reason, or you just don't feel like it, or which is a good reason? I'd love to know in the comments if you are on team positivity, if you consider yourself a peace warrior, a rainbow warrior, any of that. Please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I wish you peace, prosperity, positivity, and playfulness.